Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. Real Madrid versus Arsenal 2-1, and I didn't catch that second goal. I had to dart off for work, and what a goal it was! I caught the replay, obviously, and that was the coup de grace. That was the nail in the coffin to completely bury Real Madrid. And I saw when Frank Garcia came in as a sub. I saw when he came in, and he still got out. He got smoked. He got outpaced by Martinelli, and Martinelli had like two. I don't know how many yards of a disadvantage, and he ended up just like he wasn't even there, just passing by him like he wasn't there. And the touch was, I mean, more than exquisite. Like nothing Thibaut Courtois could have done. I think at the end, Real Madrid fans, they knew in their heart of hearts, but you have to have hope. Obviously, I don't blame you guys. You have to have hope because if anyone could do it, it's Real Madrid. But it's not this Real Madrid. Definitely not this Real Madrid. Maybe the Real Madrid of the past, even the Real Madrid of last year could have done that. But I think ever since you guys look, I'm just saying, like PSG got rid of Mbappe, and look how well they're playing now. I mean, it could be just a coincidence, right? Cause and effect. It could be a coincidence. It could be a coincidence. I'm not gonna lie, but Real Madrid get Mbappe, and look what's happening. Yeah, he's got what 32, 34 goals or something like that. But yeah, he was absolutely horrendous in this match. Horrendous. Rodrigo also. Everybody. Rudiger. Man, I'm surprised that guy didn't get a yellow or sent off. But all the pushing, the kicking, the pinching, the just body slamming down Timber at one point. Like, I'm surprised that guy didn't get a yellow. But I will say the one that actually did play pretty well and that was putting in effort, but I mean, he was by himself, Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr., man, just trying to like a one-man show, trying to take on everybody, and he just couldn't. Saliba wouldn't let him, Kier wouldn't let him, Skelly wouldn't let him, Timber wouldn't let, like, he just couldn't. He was able sometimes to get past a player here and there, but he just couldn't get the cross. He couldn't get past as many times as he wanted to. It was just a one-man show, and there's nothing he could have done by himself. The midfield, when Madrid came in, I saw a little bit more of that creativity that I was hoping for, but they never replaced, like people say they never replaced Toni Kroos. But to me, they never replaced a Modric either. You got to replace Modric as well. Modric is my age. When I go play the 7-on-7, I'm tired after an hour. I can't imagine what he feels competitive Champions League football. That's insane that he's doing that. And they never replaced him. You need to replace Modric. And I hope for the next season, like you're gonna get somebody to at least replace Modric or Toni Kroos, because there's no creativity in that middle. Absolutely no creativity. And there's nobody in the front that's covering. Nobody covers. They don't defend. There's no defending from Vinicius, definitely from Mbappe. Rodrigo also was just a complete wash. Did nothing at all. So it was so easy for the backline to just walk themselves in the middle and just start creating with Martinelli, Odegaard, Marino, Saka. It was just too easy and so flat from Real Madrid. So flat. There was never going to be a comeback. And then you have Vasquez. I've said it many times. What is Vasquez doing in this Real Madrid squad? What was he doing 10 years ago in this Real Madrid squad? Give me a break. And then you put him as captain. You could see he's struggling. When he's in front of the ref, you could tell he's just saying things just to say them, just to appear like, I gotta say something. It's like, why? How come? What about that? Oh, really? That doesn't make any sense. You could tell he's got no personality to be in this squad, let alone captain. So it's just, oh my God, it's so infuriating. Poor Alaba. Alaba, has been injured for such a long time. What was he supposed to do against Saka? Even though Saka's coming back from an injury, but what's he supposed to do against a Saka that looks like he didn't even miss a day, in those, 3-4 months that he was out? I mean, he was electric again, on fire. Besides that penalty, which I don't know what was going on with that penalty, I would say that I think that was tactics with Odegaard holding the ball just so the attention wouldn't be on Saka too much, and he could just right then and there just take that penalty. I thought that was brilliant. That's my opinion on why he was holding onto the ball. But the kick itself was just I don't know. I've never seen anyone take a Panenka on the left or right side. I've never seen that. That was horrendous. That was horrible. And despite that, Real Madrid couldn't come back. Despite that, and the only time they actually got to score was because of a mess up, a gifted goal from Saliba. So this Real Madrid all around bad. And then we have the penalties, those penalties that I don't know what to say about these penalties. Yes and no. No, the first one for Madrid, or sorry, for Arsenal, I don't think it was a penalty, but yeah, at the same time you're kind of like tugging at his shirt. Yeah, what do you expect is going to happen? They're more than likely going to give that as a penalty. And then the one for Madrid, Declan Rice, you're like pretty much titty hugging Mbappe, what do you think he's going to do? He's going to milk it. He's absolutely going to lap it up. He's going to make the most out of that. You know, and I don't think there was a penalty. I thought that was the right call. But if you're giving a penalty for that wasn't really, it's kind of, you know, hit or miss whether it was a penalty or not. You might as well also give, Real Madrid a penalty. They should have gave that as a penalty. I don't think it was. I think it was the right call, but he made the most out of that. But then again, he's holding him. He's got him by the chest pretty much. If he had one hand maybe, and then you see him kind of pulling out like really quick in the replay, which is kind of hard to do, but sometimes you do catch that. Then yeah, okay, it wasn't a penalty. But this was kind of like, it's dubious. You might as well give it a penalty. You gave them a penalty that was also up in the air. I'm happy for Arsenal. Go Premier League. Should be interesting. I like that matchup between PSG and Arsenal. That's going to be really, really interesting. And Arsenal technically don't have a forward. They're doing this with Saka, that's coming back from injury. That doesn't look like he was even injured in the first place. And then you have Marino and Martinelli. And Martinelli, ever since the international break, has been a completely different player. So many times I've complained, Martinelli, why are you playing like Garnacho? Again, stopping the ball. You're going, you're stopping, and you're always playing it back. Lately, since the international break, just forward. Everything's almost forward. Even the one little thing where he was taking a little bit of, was doing a little dance back and forth with, I think it was Lewis Skelly. That's him showing he's got that energy. He's got that want. He's got that desire to go forward. He wants to play. He wants to do the 1v1. So you just got these three players pretty much and no like center forward. They're doing it without a center forward, whereas Madrid have one of the best on paper center forward squad that you could imagine that you would just kill. You would do anything to have that. And yet they're not doing anything with that. So congrats to Arsenal and Madrid. Bro, Ancelotti has to go. He's got to go. And I would say he should go before the season ends just to end on a high note. Get the new guy in, get him ready, get him, settled in, and maybe you could end the season actually on a high, with some changes. I don't think they're gonna win the La Liga, but definitely with some changes where you see more or less like, oh, what's to come in the, in the next season. I know that's not likely gonna happen, but if I was Ancelotti, I'd step down. Enough is enough. Like enough is enough. He's just stubborn. He wants to make these four guys work together, and it's just not working with Bellingham. And Bellingham was up so many times in this game, up going forward, and nobody in the middle being able to create. Nobody. He was constantly on top. And with Mbappe, with Rodrigo and Vinicius, it's just not working out. And strangely enough, when Mbappe plays by himself, he plays pretty well. When Vinicius plays by himself and there's no Mbappe, also plays pretty well. It's only mutually exclusive that these guys are going to be able to work. They have to find something, maybe a specific midfielder, to make them play. If you want to make all four of them play. Like a specific, like Toni Kroos kind of type of midfield. I would love to see Barcelona-Arsenal in the final. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but that's the final I would like to see. Everyone's discounting the dark horse, which is Inter Milan in my opinion, but this could be Inter, this could be PSG, this could be Arsenal, this could be Barcelona, absolutely, even though they didn't play that well in the Dortmund game, but it's interesting. It's really, really interesting, and I'm excited for especially that matchup, PSG-Arsenal. That should be really interesting. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for today. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.